your messaging short. Welcome to Sales for Nice People. I have seen many examples of people trying to communicate with the buyer, whether it is in a meeting or by text or with emails, where they use way too many words, far too much messaging. Problem is, the more notions and the more ideas you present to your buyer, the more homework you give them, because all the things that you tell them, they have to process, they have to compute, that has to find a place in their mind and in their world. And so when you try and make your case by being overly complete, by giving all the angles and the viewpoints and the reasons why, what you're doing might seem like something that's really helpful, but actually it is counter-effective for your sales process. Because when your buyer has to process all these things, all these ideas and notions, the most likely reaction that they're going to have is, let me think about it. And when a buyer tells you, let me think about it, you have no deal. Because when they have to go off and think about it, they're not going to be thinking about when they're going to get back to you and when they should buy. Because when a buyer says, I have to think about it, they are not clear on why they should buy from you, what the value is, how the solution would work. And they are not going to be thinking about what all you said and whether or not they should get back to you and buy from you. So instead of trying to be overly complete, which actually is proving behavior and approval seeking, be very succinct. Be as short as you can. To the point. When you send an email, it is one missive with one message. Don't put 5 different questions in there. You know that I'm a big fan of questions, and the more you ask questions, the more helpful it is for your buyer and for your sales process. But that means send one email with one message and one question, not 3 or 4. Because then you give your buyer all this thinking to do and it's not going to lead to a sale. So when you're trying to communicate with your buyer and the subject matter is complex and there are many ins and outs and details and specifics that have to be addressed, keep that for documentation that you send later on, whether that is in your proposal or the workshop outline or whatever it is. Don't let all that information be part of your sales process. When you communicate with the buyer, you have to make it as easy as possible for them to get what you're trying to say and for them to reply, either in your conversation, and they should not reply, let me think about it, or by hitting reply and sending you a reply. And the more homework you give your buyer, the less likely it is that they're going to want to reply or move forward with you. Keep things simple. Keep your messaging short. This is Sales for Nice People. Go to salesfornicepeople.com/sign up.